Welcome guys to the Wicked Podcast. We here, we up, we lit. Come on. Andrew Tate just got released. Bang. Present yourself, sir.
What's up, y'all? It's Wilmer, entrepreneur. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, let's keep it fresh. Yesterday was a good day. Andrew Tate got released. What do you guys say about that?
They found nothing. I applaud.
There's a war on masculinity, and we're all here, and we're proud to say, fuck you guys. Fuck them feminists.
It is what it is.
What do you guys say?
It is what it is.
I'm here to gladly say, hey, man, as long as he's out, it gives every man a positive way to go through. So it helps a lot. So what do you think about his release? Is it great?
I think this is a renowned way of saying they couldn't find shit on him, and he got this.
And they're trying to shut him up. But here's the only thing we're worried about next is the Matrix attacking again. Because he said, what was it? First first they try to shut you up, then they put you in jail. Then what?
I got no idea. They said murder.
Then it's death, yeah. Yeah, and I tell you, but either way, we're gonna make way through it. Watch. So, guys, currently we've been, I've been, focusing on myself lately, going to the gym, doing what I gotta do. We haven't been on lately. It's been a minute, but we're on now. But we're trying to keep afloat and try to do more. Back then, we were just trying to get everything ready, and we're trying to buy more things in order to keep the podcast running good and clean.
Yep, took a little vacation. Felt great, guys. Now we're back on.
Yeah, we're gonna try to stay more consistent. My other guy, his name is K47. Contra. He's gonna be back next time, but he said he's gonna hustle hard and grind hard to come back with full force.
All right, let's get this started.
So I got a question for you.
Hold on, she gotta get it started.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and get the intro. All right, I got a great question for you. Do you think you can fuck the same chick for 20 years?
Yes, I can.
Without getting bored?
Yes, I can.
You sure?
Yeah.
You line up 100 men, what would all of them say?
They'd all say nope.
Why?
Just because that's the way the world runs. That's statistics.
And how is it? Well, in general, what do you think they'll say?
Usually, they say they would get bored. In my hands, I'm the percent that says, nah, I won't get bored. I already got 10 years down the line. 10 more years won't hurt me.
Remember, he's a 1%, He's gay too. Okay.
Never.
Nothing wrong with it, though. If you work. I'm here to support you, I'm gonna be with you guys. But yeah, we're trying to stay positive, do what we gotta do. But, go ahead and get that book Why Women Deserve Less, I probably support it. I have not read it, you guys. I fucking fucked up and did not read it, but I'm sure to read it soon. And my brother right here, he's gonna read it next, and I hope he enjoys it.
Gym comes first, just like
yeah, man. Like our incomes come first, and then it's our gym. Because we have to do everything good in order to come back and do this, right? Because without money, there's no podcast.
Look, I do what Papa Solio says. You know what Papa Solio says?
What?
He says, "Ve al puto gimnasio."
Look, man. Look, I got a few questions here. Look.
By the way, guys, that just means go to the fucking gym. No excuses.
Hey, yo, so do you like the term feminism?
I don't really give it any power.
Why?
Just because I don't care.
Well, what do you not care
I think
about?
that's going to be most men's responses. I don't care.
Yeah, it's gonna be most. I think we don't really care because the thing is, we're working towards it for what it is, not for what they want it to be. You know, should, could, would, or some nice word. Fuck that shit. It's a fucking lie. That's fucking cat. Correct?
More than likely.
Look, they try to write it out on paper. Next thing you know, they don't do it.
It's just funny. I've seen some feministic views. On
Do you
certain
think we're
things.
equal?
No, that's not the case. We're never equal.
80-20? 90-10? How would
Not 80-20.
you? Yeah, I feel like it's 80-20. You know, we provide the foundation and stability. What do?
Give the comfort.
Yeah, we come back for nurturing. You know, they keep the house tidy. You know, they're we're proud to
Support
say,
your man.
yeah, support your man because
Support your man. He gonna make that money.
Yeah, you support him. He's gonna make that money for both of y'all. You know, like the man says, right? My money is our money. You know, a woman, she gets a hand of some money, she's gonna be like, "That's my money." She's gonna say, "Fuck that shit."
It is what it is.
You tell me.
Remember, I asked my mom this question.
What'd you ask her?
I told her, "Do you think men and women are 50-50?" And she said, "Yeah," at first, and then she took it right back because she was like, "No. It's like she was like 70-30 or 80-20 or something like that." Why she take it back? Because she knows it's true.
Yeah, bro, it's true. Like, if you look at it from a biological standpoint, look, I have told myself, right? Morality can change, right? Do you agree with that?
All the time.
But can your biological genetics change?
Nah, they're always gonna be there for life.
Regardless, you know, your biological genetics are there and they're always gonna be there, you know, regardless. You know, it's like I told some people the other day, I was like, your morality can change all the time, you know. If you want to be something today, you could be something tomorrow, you know. But when it comes to your biological genetics, that's who you are, you know. At the end of the day, most men like variety. And regardless of whoever says what, at the end of the day, that is the truth. Correct or incorrect?
Correct. Next.
Alrighty. You got any questions for me? I would like to know.
At the moment, I don't got nothing. I'm fresh out of vacation right now.
Yeah, guys, we're fresh out of vacation, so we're over here just like, you know, I'm still in college though, trying to hustle it out. I'm becoming an airplane mechanic, so we'll see how that goes. Only got a few months actually until next May, but just that's because I'm taking a few vacation days. But you know, it's not bad.
Remember, guys, if you want to be somebody in life, learn those high-level skill sets and keep going forward. They're highly paid for a reason. Keep learning. They're not hard to learn. It's just you got to keep that commitment going. Be consistent. Same thing with the gym. Be consistent. That's all that matters. Consistency.
So, for you and your relationship, is having your woman work elective?
You mean an option?
Elective. It's still an option. Yeah.
Of course.
But you wouldn't like force it to work, right?
Nah.
It's elective, correct?
Correct. Unless we had to. I mean, if we went down in the dumps, maybe, but I would still end up pushing myself up before anything else. So yeah, elective.
Yeah, it's elective. 'Cause here's the thing, bro. I personally think when you have kids, right? When in the future, if you ever have kids, right? Let's just say you have two little ones, right? And let's just say you have some money. All of a sudden, 3 months down the line, what happens? Let's just say you go broke. What do you think gonna happen?
And repeat that one more time.
All right. So imagine you having two or three kids, right? Let's say when you have those 2 or 3 kids, you have some money, right? Let's just say, you know, you got 50,000 in the bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden, you know, 3 months down the line, something hits the fan, and you know, let's just say, you know, you go to the hospital emergency and all that, and you went like 60K in debt, and you paid it with using that, right? And you went zero, right? So my question to you is, how do you think your wife would react?
So currently,
I'm saying if you have kids.
me and the wife has already talked about the situation. Right. She's like, I'm staying no matter what. So that's on her take on it. She's like, I'm staying no matter what.
But what would the majority do?
The
That's majority.
majority would have left.
Why would they leave?
Just because you got to take care of the kids. That's in their nature.
And at the end of the day, they go for more security, status, and they go for what they have to go for, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, we're all in the world to compete. Do you agree with that?
Yep. And just to let you know, guys, I have a very traditional relationship. It's just the way it works. She's known me from ground zero all the way up to where I made my money. So it doesn't, for her and her brain, it doesn't matter.
And just to clear it up, traditional as in she was a virgin, right? Let's get it straight. Because traditional means that, you know what a traditional woman is, right? Technically, you're a virgin. If you look up traditional, you're literally what traditional is when a woman gets sat down to you, she's a virgin.
I know.
So yeah, we're just
letting the audience know.
Just letting you guys know it's fucking facts. No bullshit, no cap, and it's real life. So
again, most men are going out of the country just because they want to look for a traditional woman. That is happening all over the United States. Is just
like what do they call passport bros?
I guess. I don't know. I just know they're going out there. They're looking for that traditional relationship.
Yeah, they're going out of the U.S. Right here in the West, like they said it, like it's turning into chaos. Like most relationships here, you get into one, most say fuck nigga free. They're over there thinking that they're women and feminists are thinking that they're overpowered and shit. But at the end of the day, they say, "Oh, we don't need a man," but y'all really do. The roads that are paved are for men. We made it easier for y'all, women actually, for you guys to go out there and work. Without them buildings being built, would they be in the building? No. Without those roads being built, would they get to work?
No.
So at the end of the day, you guys need all those fucking little things that us men built for you guys to even go to work. What men are the ones building the technology, the infrastructure, everything. So yes, there's a minority of women who do go and do it, but that's one in every 100 to 1,000. Like being for real. What do you think?
Most women don't go to work, just to let you know. That's the majority.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying right now here in the U.S., you know how most households, I won't say most, but some households are just one parent households, and that's what contributes to more of the you being degenerate. I wouldn't say degenerate or you becoming a criminal. There's more possibility if you literally
become the statistic.
Look up the statistics, bro. They're saying that most of the fucking men in jail are single parent households.
Yep.
And I can agree with that, and I see why.
I can see why. I mean, we grew up in a single parent household, technically.
Yeah.
So, we could have been put in any of those situations, but we grew up.
Trust me, guys, we're thugging, bro. Fuck this shit. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't gonna say something I ain't gotta say, but, we're thugging, and that's all I gotta say. But, being for real, we grew up, we learned how to become men, We had to. Because, my father was in my life more than my other brother, but, I was able to, to technically grab his masculine side, so I was able to, become who I am today.
To this day, I may be more masculine than my dad, just to let you guys know.
No, you're not.
There's no cap on that. It's complete 100% true.
I don't believe that.
Hey, I do know that. We both know that.
You Mandilon.
I can tell you why.
No, you Mandilon, bro.
You're the only one that's there.
I'm not Mandilon at all. I do what I want, whenever I want.
Exactly, I do too.
Yeah. She say no, I still go do this. She get mad, I still go do it.
I just make better decisions.
Hey, it's not a better decision. It's because you know something. So let's be fair.
I just make better decisions.
Yeah. Well, you try to be the best person you can be.
Exactly.
You try to keep it on the positive side instead of on the negative. but there's always a negative to a positive, regardless.
That's only if you make it that way.
Uh,
It's like, let's say we're in the
do
work.
you think the world can function without corruption?
Probably can.
It probably can, but you know, I feel that there's always like a negative path.
It's like the people that say, "Hey,
It's like this, right?
America's the one bringing in the drugs, anyways." So,
But at the same time, I feel like even like all them jails and all the, like imagine the fucking jails would be bankrupt and shit, and then at the end of the day there would be less jobs, less opportunities.
no. That's not even true. You know what? You know where most of our tax dollars go to?
Where?
Jails, right?
Yes.
Prisons, right? And guess what is paying all that? The food that they eat, the trays.
We are.
Exactly. So no, corruption does not work. You know, in most jails, like say the ones from like Sweden, Switzerland.
Dude, I have literally looked up a video of where our parents are from, Bali, and dude, the jail is tough as fuck, bro.
Oh yeah, it's just bare dirt and ground and
Crowded as
that's
fuck, and I was like, God damn, bro. I was like, they fucking were drowning people in the fucking little lake that they had right there. I was like, shit.
And just to let you guys know, there is mass murder there. That's normal.
Yeah, like they're murdering like a lot of people per day. You know, it used to be one of the murder capitals of the world. You know, and you know that's where our parents are from. But you know, they really dug it out there.
I enjoy the mainland. The mainland's cool.
Yeah, you know, it's nice to visit. One day I need to go back and visit. But all right, you tell me, what do most girls prefer nowadays? Like you give me the qualities that they want.
A 6 foot tall guy plus
What else?
money,
What else?
status. I mean, they don't say status, just to let you know. I've asked many women, does the status matter? And I equivalent it all back to, oh well, if he has status, he has money. So
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's like you know, like they said it on Fresh and Fit. You know, it's just harder to find the shovel. Like, whoa, how do they say it? It's like every girl's a gold digger. It's just that, you know, some of them it's harder for them to find the gold. Something like that. I think that's what they say.
if you're over 30, you're gonna have a hard time finding gold.
Like dude, why do you think these 20-year-olds are like going after 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds? Why do you think?
That's normal. They're more established.
Because they want a man who comes pre-built.
Exactly, more established.
But the thing is also, when they're in their 20s, most females right now are saying, fuck nigga free, and
I don't say it's most, it's the minority.
yeah, I'd say minority because it's only the West, right?
Yep.
The U.S. that's doing that because all the other countries are not.
And even in the U.S., we've met plenty of women that they're not up to that par. They don't have that.
By the way, we Hispanic as hell, you know. We from Cali, you know, we're here in the A, so just letting you know, we talk a little bit rough and, you know, it's what it is. Over here is normal.
People will talk a little rough.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, bro, like I know those traits, like if a girl ever comes up to you, you want to know what's so fucking funny? If a girl ever comes and says, "Oh, I like me a mature man," you know what I tell them? No, you fucking like a mature wallet. That's what you like.
This guy.
You tell me the truth.
Yeah, I can see it. Just to let you guys know, if you ever plan to travel to Honduras for once, right? In Honduras, if you're from a different country, just know over there, you know how over here men have to go after women? Over there, those women be going after you. I'm not gonna lie, I just walked less than a mile, and I already had more than 6 women hollering just for me. And I was, my grandma, the woman I called my grandma there, she was like, "Damn, these women don't got no self-respect nowadays."
Yeah, because like there's a minority of women that do that, but you know, it's just that over there they're so, you know, broke.
Yeah.
Things happen, and you know it is what it is. The more broke you are, the more corrupt you are. It goes hand in hand, you know.
Right. You know, if you go to the Philippines, if you go to Indonesia, the Philippines, right, the dollar is worth so much over there, and I mean so much. Everything is super cheap, right? So if you had $1,000, $2,000, you're already considered rich as hell over there.
So, Homer, in what we were talking about the money and status, right? Most men, how much do you think they make
On average,
on average?
I mean, 70% of the world is like the working class where they're not making.
50.
Yeah, well, I'll say 70%. They're not. When I say working class, I'm talking about the people that are working under a certain budget amount.
Like I looked up on the internet. I think it was somewhere between 100K is like 10% of the world.
Exactly.
A
So
year.
most of the world's making anywhere between 36 and 48 or something like that.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, bro.
Yep. And just to let you guys know, to live comfortably anywhere, and this I took it from one of my mentors. He said everybody needs about 65,000 per year.
Yep, and that's to just live comfortably. Imagine, bro, imagine you don't even count in the emergencies if you have to go to the doctor. Like, you want something about your experience when you went to the doctor?
I mean, before the pandemic, I mean, in Georgia, specifically Georgia, because that's where we live. In Georgia, you know, it was okay if you were a single male and you were making like $15 an hour, you'd probably be able to get your own apartment, right? But after pandemic, you would need to make around $18 to $20 an hour just for that. And even then, you're not really saving as much money. You still have, you know, bills and stuff like that to come through.
Dude, I used to think that I was gonna live off of less than fucking $20 an hour, but nah, I said fuck that.
Yeah, there's no way. You gotta hustle in many different forms just to make it out here.
Yeah, dude, like
$20 an hour ain't enough. It ain't
really
where it's at.
it's really not. Like, you have to try to hustle and grind to get yourself more. You're always gonna want more. You know, if you ever hit 1 million, you're gonna want more than 1 million. If you ever hit 10 million, you're gonna want 20. After 20, you're gonna want. You know, you're always gonna want more. You know, because you like the richer you are, the faster it is for you to go broke.
You're not wrong. Sometimes the W-2 employee.
Unless you Bill Gates, bro. Unless you Bill Gates.
If you're the W-2 employee enjoying yourself with, you know, 65,000 a year, that's more than likely. If you're the employer making only 65,000 a year, I mean, you are living comfortably, but you're still struggling on the side of business.
Yeah, if you think about it, like, unless you're Bill Gates, you know, he makes so much money you don't fucking even have to fuck. You don't gotta care about how much you make for it. You got generational wealth, bro.
I mean, I believe anybody can do that.
But at the same time, I feel like he does manage his money well. I'm for sure.
Pretty sure he does. I mean,
I feel like
other than his, you know, 30-something.
because I feel like most people, bro, the way that like the most rich people, I feel like what they do, bro, is like regardless of if they're very, very rich, even if they're like, you know, the richest guys in the world, you know, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, you know, Bezos, you know, I feel like all them, they still calculate their money just to make sure, you know, they always do.
Well, you got to know your ins and outs of your money, but at one point, you know, if you're making 100 million a year, you're, you know, the average business owner is going to make anywhere from 7 to 20%.
I feel if you like stop doing the books on your money, bro, like you would literally fuck yourself.
Oh yeah, you can. If you didn't, look, your business money has to stay business, right? Strictly budgeted, adjusted. Now, if you're talking about on the personal side of things, like if you know that you're getting 100,000 in that year, you're set. You're okay, right? Go ahead and spend where you like, budget it wherever you want it, right? But just don't blow it, you know, to the point where you're back to zero.
Okay, well,
or work to make more money.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know, we trying to hit that milli, guys. Help us out. All right, well, I got another question for you, woman. You ready? Who does a man love more, when he tells the truth to or when he lies to?
Wait, one more time.
All right. Who does a man love more, when he tells the truth to or when he lies to?
Technically, the one he lies to.
Why?
Because if man spoke the truth, your relationships will end quick.
Like, the thing is, most women can't accept the truth, so men lie. So, because if we were to tell you guys what we really want, most women would be like, "Fuck no, la, la, la," right?
I can see it being that way.
And it's true,
Just to let you guys know, in my relationship, I don't have any of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a very, like I said, traditional relationship. I don't have that modern day bullshit.
Hey man, he's gonna be politically correct here.
Just saying, I don't have that modern day bullshit. I don't have to deal with all those problems. I can tell my wife whatever I want, and she's all good with it. I don't have to lie, right? I mean,
Stop the cat.
No. I don't have to lie. I can be like, hey, I'm going out. I don't really have to say where. If she does ask by any chance, I don't care. I just tell her. I'm the guy that doesn't really give a fuck.
So you believe in happy wife, happy life?
Yeah, pretty much. She take care of you. I think get taken care of. I'm fine with that.
Shit, bro. You don't. I don't agree with that statement.
See, you don't. I do because my relationship is different.
Hey man, every relationship it's different. Because there's open relationship, closed relationship. There's partial open relationship.
Look, if Will Smith couldn't do it,
look, man,
nobody else doing it.
Look, man, look. There are some people who really do it, but they keep it on the low. They don't even put it out here on social media like that. It's like Myron Gaines, right? Myron from Fresh and Fit. Yeah. He tells you clear, straight up. Hey, I have many bitches, but not all of them are. He's not real. Like being for real. Like he will literally tell them the truth. There are men who don't tell the truth out there. That's his point.
Yeah.
Go ahead and be honest. Tell the truth.
Oh, I'm honest as fuck.
Hey, man, I'm gonna be honest as fuck too. If I ever want to do something like that, I'll say it straight up. I don't care. But at the end of the day, the majority lie. You want to know why the majority lie? Like, if there's a probability that she will break up with you, most likely every woman would, then why would someone tell you the truth? There's a higher probability of them breaking up with you than you telling them, so what the fuck would you tell them?
Again, this is for the majority of modern day women. Just to let you know, most women don't like being lied to, but when they receive the truth, it's a can of worms you're opening.
They can't really accept the truth like you said.
Yep.
Believe it or not, it's something there's this one guy, right? If he was smart, right, what would he do? So let's just say he's fucking another hoe on the side, right? But he got his main chick and he's always gonna love her. That's just lust, right? Do you think he's gonna go tell her, or do you think he'll just not tell her at all? What's a bigger risk for him?
Telling her, that's simply it.
Yeah, a bigger risk is telling her because he actually loves her. The other girl who doesn't love her, he just fucking bad bitch,
And by the way, some men make the mistake of falling in love with their side pieces.
What my mom says, or what? Because the other day I was talking to my mom. What my mom says, what Francisco says, what all these other guys say, like, we know people who have money, who don't. We know all types of branches, right? We really do. You can't give them all the love nor all the money.
Yep.
Because if you give them all the love and all the money, they take advantage.
I had this wise old man when I was a kid. Yeah, I was helping out and doing some landscaping and roofing jobs, and there was this old man who came to pick me up in a little tractor with a little thing on the back to haul stuff, right? So he was like, "Hey, hitch a ride," and I was like, "All right." Right, so I hitched a ride going back to the job site, his house. And, one of the things he told me was the story about him and his ex-wife. He's like, man, the number one mistake I made was giving my wife 99% of my trust, right? And that 1% that I had lingering wasn't strong enough. So he was like, screw that. He's like, do the opposite. Give your wife 10% of the trust, right? And keep yourself up with 90% because there's no way in hell that you're gonna make it up there.
Yeah, you can't give them all the love and all the money. It's fucking true. Because if you fucking do that, then you're fucking yourself.
Remember, guys, in America, Guys are mainly fucked when it comes to weddings, the contractual,
We lose everything.
that contract. It's just it. Guys are the majority that are losing.
Yeah, and like I feel like they need to change the law on that. I feel like they need to make it more modern. That's a law that's been there for a while.
Are you talking about modern or are you talking about traditionally? Because traditionally, right, you don't pay. It's not. It's jack. It's just whatever.
Yeah, but I'm saying like how that law has been there for years, like child support and all that.
Yeah.
Like not even just child support. What I'm mainly saying is
I understand child support.
child support is great for me, right? That's what I'm saying.
That's only if it's going with the child, right? But most of the time,
No, I feel like
there should be
I feel like there should be a limit. Like there should be a limit because most children in the U.S. could survive literally because both parents need to put their part, right?
No. From ages 1 to 18, right? Ages from birth to 18 years old.
Yes.
The average, U.S. average says
Yes.
that.
But I'm talking
about 350 grand within that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about per month. Like I feel like there should be a cap.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Because here's the thing, it's like you being Chris Brown, right? Mm-hmm. And he's getting charged like $20,000 a month. Do you think that's fair?
I don't think that's fair. That's a large portion of money.
I feel like that's too much of a lifestyle that she's giving to that woman. Which
exactly
they both participated in the sex, and she agreed to it. He agreed to it. I feel like they should both be held liable, but he's over here losing more money than she is. And at the end of the day, it's like that's fucked up because, like, imagine he's putting 20 grand. What did he get from it? Nothing. Just to see the kid. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And like me, if I was ever like, I don't like talking about should, could, or would be, but at the same time, I feel like they need to put a limit to it. I feel like let's just say they should cap it at $1,000.
I don't even think. Like if you're talking about monthly,
monthly,
right? I mean, on average, if you can't hold out a kid, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, it happens by accident." No, it fucking didn't.
Like I feel like for anybody, like if you're rich, it should cap out at 1,000.
Yeah.
Most kids could survive off of $700 a month or even less. They said that the average was $500 a month.
Remember, if we do the math, right?
Yeah.
From ages.
But they're saying just for the kids, so that means the woman has to put the other half in.
Right.
And that means that the dad also has to take him for half of the
right. But then we got to look back to who really makes the money, right?
Yes.
I mean, we understand that women don't have the highest paying jobs because they don't put themselves in the high paying jobs, right? Only some do, and that's
fair. Yeah, man, they're the one fighting for equality, so why the fuck do they,
Right. But even so, they're still not getting the jobs that, statistic wise, they don't go and look for the jobs that we do to get paid even more.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that. They could go get those.
They could. I'm not saying they can't, but
like, dude,
it's a choice not to.
Women are literally dominating fucking US fucking universities and fucking colleges, bro. That's normal.
That's statistics.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they're dominating, and they're getting paid more. So at the end of the day, they can do it. Just they still want a provider at the end of the day.
Of course.
So I feel like they should put a limit though to it monthly, or at least like if I was ever put into a child support situation, right? What I told my wife since I'm married, guys, I'm married. Big L, but yeah.
This guy.
It is what it is. No, I'm kidding, it's not. It's really it depends on what conditions you have in your marriage,
So look, I already did the math on this, right? Remember how I told you on average, the U.S. said in the U.S. they said the average of what a child needs from birth to 18 years old.
It's like $1 million, right, or something?
No, it's 350,000.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you want to work with me on that, you look it up. But it's about $350,000, right? So let's put this into the math, right? This is where I say the cap shouldn't be at 1,000, right? If I break it down from 350,000, divide that by 18 years of lifespan, divide that by 12, which will give me the monthly income of what it should be paid out for the child. It says it's about 1,600.
All right.
So that sounds like a more fair idea.
1,600, but between both parents, right? Not just one. Or are you talking about just one person giving 1,600?
That's 1,600 in general.
Just for one child?
That's just for one child.
But between both parents, right?
Yeah, it's not between both parents. It's either one or the other.
So it would. So you.
It's just by one.
So you would say that the dad would have to give $1,600 alone, and the mom wouldn't have to provide for shit.
Well, remember this, right? What do women do? They nurture, right?
Yes,
Kids have to be
they
nurtured.
nurture, but at the end of the day, like, are they gonna stay with the mom all the time then?
That's a very good question. If they are,
Because here's the thing: there's a lot of things around it that, like, at the end of the day, I feel like if a woman could put their part too, like, imagine they could both pay the daycare together, they could both do that, you know, and she can still go to work and pay the other half because it would be unfair for the dad to pay everything, you know. Yeah, the cheaper option is living with the female that had a child, right?
But just remember that females also don't get paid.
Yeah,
No, and that's their choice, but it is a choice.
Hey man, they should have chose a better baby father. Hey, they have the keys to the fucking pussy, bro.
That's the kings of the gates. Remember this, women.
Yeah, they have the key to the pussy. We have the key to the relationship.
So, anyways, we're looking at about $1,600 a month, and that's probably between both parents. So you're talking about like if you're split. Remember what we said. Relationships aren't equal, right?
Yeah.
Men are providing about 80-20.
Yeah, but remember, they're not in a relationship no more at that point.
Yeah, you're not, but it's still a relationship with a child.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a child.
So that's what it keeps your relationship. So from that child being from birth to all the way to 18,
That's what I'm saying.
Responsibility.
That's what I'm
it's not
saying.
50-50.
That's what I'm saying. It should cap at least 1,000 for a guy, and then the other 600, the mom won't be able to do it, or what?
That should be possible.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, I say the limit 1,000. Because even a rich fucking, like, imagine if you're Chris Brown paying 20,000. How would you feel? What position would that put you in? For one child, 20,000.
I mean, that's a shit ton of money. Just know that you don't always make that money all the time.
Yeah, but
At one point, Chris is going to become an old man. If he
So
has
I-
kids then.
well, he's set for life, bro. He has millions upon millions.
Oh, even if he's set for life, if he's not making and
Well, remember, he only has to do it till the child is 18. So
yeah.
he could pay
What
20,000.
I'm saying in the case that he has another child,
Yeah,
right, and he goes into old age, remember what it is. The system works
Well,
based on your income.
and they split it up between the kids. Too.
So, like, what happens when you stop working?
It is what it is. You lose the money, but at the end of the day, we're talking like
You got to get an adjustment.
And he's been in the industry for years, bro. He's not going away. You know, like, he's still there quietly, but he's there. You know, dude, he pops up like the other day. I saw him on fucking Snapchat again. He pops up out of the
I'm
house.
just saying, like anything could happen.
Takashi posted a fucking video yesterday, and I know the motherfucker got jumped.
So, yeah, been knowing that.
It's crazy, man. But you know, like, at the end of the day, I feel like there should be a cap, though. You know, like even if you say 80-20, you know, how about the man get 1,000 and female at least 600?
I mean, that's sounding more than fair enough.
That's why I told you the cap should be at 1,000.
Yeah.
So does that really sound bad?
It doesn't. Like, guys, I'm gonna tell you something from the real estate side, right? So I'm not in real estate. I got many friends in real estate. Just to let you know, most of those people that are making real estate money, they work with small amounts of money. So when we're talking about, like, hey, you know, at the end of the day, in business, this is what they do. Is basically they'll get a house, they remodel, they do whatever. If they want to put it up for rent, they're gonna put it up for rent, right? They can put it up for maybe $1,000. No, let's say two grand, right? Out of that $2,000, a mortgage comes from it, and they're either gonna make $200, $300 on their profit for themselves, and then the rest will go to maintenance, upgrades, and all that for the future. Because remember, a house doesn't need maintenance. But you see, we work with many small numbers. So let's say $300, that's just one house, right?
Yeah.
But in child support, we have to pay $1,000 per month. So if you see the ratio, right, you're like, wow. I was like, that's a lot of money in and of itself, if you think about it that way.
And either way, though, bro, I feel like,
Just know $1,000 is basically
But
$12,000.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You want to know what way I would like to, if I ever, let's just say I ever split up with my wife, right? You want to know what way me and her have thought about it in the future? The one way, so it would be fair, right? If she lives at her house, you know, and I live at mine, I told her, oh, if we ever have a child together, we'll have partial custody each other. You know, what was it like? What type of custody is that?
50-50?
Like 50-50. So technically, she takes the kid for 2 weeks and I take it 2 weeks. You know.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we're gonna waste the same. You know, it's gonna be equal on both of us. And either way, regardless, she's probably gonna have another man who's paying more money too. So at the end of the day, it's like,
Oh yeah, well that man ain't got to take care of no other kid. But if you want that relationship to work,
well,
you have to.
Well, at the end of the day, a man going into a relationship, right, with a mother, and she's a single mom. At the end of the day, he has to have some type of,
Yeah.
he's gonna pay for something eventually. Like what I told my mom, right? Me and you both grew up with a stepdad, right? They say, oh, I should be grateful, oh, all this, right? You want to know something? I told my mom, why should I be grateful when he's the one who decided to be with me? I didn't decide that.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, he decided to be with you. And if he ever did something for us, it was because he really liked you, not us.
Mm-hmm. In my head, I said, look, I'm grateful for what he did, growing up wise, right? But I told him I'm not grateful for like what he did next, right? That was his decision. And I was like, you committed the same mistake my dad did. What is that? How do you think I would feel on the case?
Regardless, most men are going to act that way.
Yeah, so in my head, I was
part of most men, remember. So it's nothing like.
And in my head, I was like, he's a young guy. It makes sense.
Like we can be for real with this, bro. Cheating has happened ever since the dawn of time, bro. Jesus had 2 bitches, bro. We fucked hella bitches. Fucking, if you read it on the Bible, Adam.
I don't know this. I didn't read that part of the Bible.
If you read Adam and Eve, bro, he had another mistress.
Okay, you're talking about Adam and Eve. I thought you were talking about Jesus.
Well, what I'm saying,
I was like, Jesus is a whole different character in this.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you read throughout the Bible, though, most people are not like most men, like in the Bible, that all of them are fucking, they're all for promiscuity.
I mean, remember this: when you're in the biblical times, talking about Adam and Eve. Remember, they're the first 2 set of human beings that.
So at the end of the day, they had to fuck on top of fuck to be able to make all these people.
Right. So by let's put science into this. What happens when 2 people mate, right? They have a baby, and what will happen next, right? If the father mates with the daughter, or they have a son and a daughter, right? And they mate, they'll make babies, right? Now, the chance you would have to descend that line about 16 generations until.
That's why they say we're all brothers,
Yes and no. So when you have 16 generations, about 16, this is the scientific stuff behind it. As soon as, by any chance, if they survive those 16 generations, if you have 16 generations of children, right, then your DNA starts separating in the way that you would like it to separate, meaning that you're not really family anymore.
Yeah.
Your bloodline has pretty much been drawn down the line. You have very little from the beginning portion, but
that's why we said
16 generations is a long process.
That's why they say that,
and that's if they survive.
That's why they say most humans are 99% alike.
I mean, I wouldn't say alike. We have a certain
there's only like a 1% of our genes that make us.
Well,
they say it's about that 1%.
I don't know if it's 1%. I gotta read the statistics on that.
Yeah, I think something like that. They were saying that it's only a few genes that make us look different from everybody else. Different.
I mean, that's just looks. I'm talking about what makes us us.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, yes, we all come.
Because at the end of the day, like if you look at it, bro, it's like most men. That's what they're doing nowadays. Even back then, bro. Like even tradition. What do you think a traditional man does? They done cheated from the dawn of time.
I mean, that doesn't mean they're traditional. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
The promiscuity is not a part of tradition.
Well, if you think about it like this, right? It actually is.
No, it just happens to be that.
Because that's your biological trait.
Right. That's biological.
That's traditional.
But it's not traditional.
Like I would say, it comes back from like our biological urge,
No. So what makes a man traditional?
What do you think?
You got to be a provider.
Right? Yes, correct.
Right. What's next?
Provider, have status, like all the things we just claimed earlier.
Right, but none of those,
have your infrastructure be ready.
Yeah, but none of those included promiscuity. Right? Promiscuity became an option to those who had.
It was always there from the dawn of time.
Right, of course.
You can read it in
of course, but it's an option, right? So it's not. It's like what like Fresh and Fit said, right?
It's not really.
They said it's an option to do it, right? If they're a man of high status and all of a sudden they ended up with someone, right, that was younger than them and all that, they're like, wait, to get laid I had to wait so many years. Right now I have options.
Yeah, that's why 20.
Right? But that's an option, right? This doesn't mean that you have to follow that option.
Here's the
So
thing.
promiscuity is not a part
Well,
of tradition.
if you think about it, right? It happens more than often, and most people just stay quiet about it.
Right, right. If you're saying it's not traditional.
Yeah, if you see it from a long term, like since the dawn of time, right? Promiscuity has always happened for them. So it's something biological. Like I said, morality can change, but not.
Yeah, of course. You spread the seed, but you're talking about instinct versus genetics.
Yes, correct.
Genetic wise, that's our instinct. But if we're looking at it from a traditional standpoint, right? Traditionally, right,
Yeah.
you don't have promiscuity is an option.
Yeah, but if you think about it from like, why do you think all of us are here to today? Because all of them for fucking everybody else. It's like that's literally what was happening. Believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Right, but again, it doesn't make traditional man.
Yeah.
Right? Promiscuity is an option.
I don't know.
It's always going to be an option.
It can be an option now, but back then it wasn't.
No,
In
it
order
was still an option back then. 100 years ago.
So you're saying that Adam and Eve.
Look, now you're talking about two people that were the only ones on earth, right?
So what had to happen?
Right. But then if you read the Bible correctly, right? If I'm stating back to the Bible.
And at the end of the day, if you think about it, even when we were in caveman time, do you want to know what happened? Why did all the women go for the guy who was the strongest?
That's just the normal thing.
Why?
Because he can provide and he can have security.
Yeah, he could provide, bring meat back to the house the way he had to do in order to feed them, right?
Yeah, of course.
So that's the reason. And once the currency came along, then everything changed, right?
Again, still an option.
So what I was saying, well, it wasn't.
That caveman could have been like, hey, I'm only choosing one. That's it. It's an option.
Yeah, it's an
If
option.
I stay back to the Bible,
But do you think
stated that?
But do you think most of them? Do you think most of them just had one?
No, probably not.
All right.
Like I said, but if I stay back to the biblical terms, right? In the big Bible
Well,
sense,
in the Bible sense, it says promiscuity is wrong for women. It doesn't state men.
right? But no. But I'm saying in the Bible sense, even as Adam and Eve, since you were claiming back to that, it says that Adam and Eve have children, right? But their children, right? They were of different blood, so they were made differently.
So
to not be genetically the same.
So why do you think in the Bible it says promiscuity is bad for women, but it doesn't say about men? What do you think?
I mean, we know who the kid is, they don't.
Yeah.
That I can see, right? That's different. But now I'm saying that promiscuity is a choice.
Like at the end of the day, like we look at it wrong now, but back then it was normal. You get it?
Right. Again, we're looking at it at a different view window. It's promiscuity is a choice. So that's a choice.
Well, I wouldn't say it's traditional. I would say it's biological. That's it.
Because even in the Bible, it states that monogamy was their thing, and it really wasn't polygamy.
Well, actually,
because remember,
it depends on what religion you're in. Because remember, there are different Bibles.
Right. Even in the Quran, like let's say the Quran, for instance, right? You know that
because
it says in their Bible, if you're a man of high status,
you are allowed
to have another woman, right? So we go back to the Bible. It's very similar, right? In the case of that promiscuity, it's the same thing. It's, hey, you're going to be married to someone for life, because that's what the Bible says, right? That partner for life means do not do your promiscuity. It doesn't. It says be aware of it, right? It also says that women shouldn't be promiscuous.
And it mostly tackles women, but it doesn't really.
But again, it's a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice, but they don't tackle men on it. They tackle women.
Right, because men are seen
because at the end of the day, it's harder for a man to get someone instead of a woman.
That's normal.
You go to a club, she opens her legs, what happens? Someone's in there in 5 seconds, bro. I open my leg, they taking me to jail, bro.
This guy. So guys, promiscuity is a choice dependent on the man.
Yeah, it is. I can agree with that.
And most men that do polygamy, promiscuity, it's usually because one, they have options, which men of high status will always have options. But again, it's their choice to make on that choice.
Yeah, and
Now, I do agree that if you're a high, status man and you ugly as shit, you've never gotten pussy in your life, and all of a sudden, just because you got that status and you're getting pussy, I'd be like, enjoy yourself while you can, and then, if you want to have that life partner, go ahead and do it.
yeah,
Right? Because guess what? In your brains, it still works the same way. Having someone to have that portion of support will still help you out
yeah.
within your life.
Yeah, like I really like the Fresh and Fit podcast. I'm really into them. They're really cool. I feel like what Myron has to say is very important. He's just saying more like women have to accept what ends up happening. Like if you get a high value man, right? Like at the end of the day, there's more of a probability that motherfucker's gonna cheat. Let's be for real.
Yeah.
You're gonna say like at the end of the day, like every man in this world is after becoming a millionaire. Let's be for real with that. There's no man on this world, only lazy fuckers. That's a minority. You cannot say.
Actually, 70% of the world is going to be very lazy. Just to let you know, 70% of the world just wants to work a basic job and just receive money just like that. They don't want to hustle. They don't want to.
Yes, I want to be lazy, but all of us want to be millionaires too.
No. We would all love it to be millionaires.
Look.
Right? But it doesn't mean it's going to happen.
You see Aiden Rosberg? He was lazy as fuck, but guess what? He became a millionaire.
Doing what?
Twitch.
All right, now you're talking about something that will
Dude,
get you to that.
Even fucking Tate said it. He was like, "You just got fucking lucky, bro. You have people who get fucking lucky."
Right, of course. But that's a minority of the trade, right?
Yeah.
That's the majority. But I'm talking about majority. They have options to make more money. So I believe that anybody can become a millionaire. Right?
But there's a difference between being lazy though and wanting to be a millionaire. A lazy guy can want to become a millionaire
on a luck occasion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm talking about the 70% of the world that are the working class can definitely make $1 million or make $1 million or plus, right? But the real question is, are you going to put in the work to do it? 70% of us won't do it.
Yeah,
just to let you know.
Yeah, but most of them try, but they fail in the process, because not all of us have a successful.
And most people just want to have a balanced lifestyle where they know their income that they're coming.
Well, if you ever heard, men, right? If you ever talking with your friends or talking with anybody, most of them want a bankroll, bro.
Oh yeah, they all do. But are they going to do anything to achieve it?
Some of them do, but some of them fail.
Exactly. No, it's not that they fail. They fail and give up, and that's it.
Yeah, the thing is
they stay in there and stuck. Like one of our friends, right? That we know. I'm not going to say who, right? Basically has been working in the same company for years and years on end.
Yeah.
Right. And he's just making $20 an hour. And I'm like, bro, you got like 20 years in that company.
But you
think about that.
Back to the thing about
$20 an hour. And then all of a sudden, right, you're like, the new kids that get in, they're making 20s, right? At the starting point. So it's
at the end of the day, every man wants to become a high value man. Believe it or not. Most men want to become high value. You're gonna tell me no?
I would say, no, man. Remember, it's like Papa Swellio said, right?
Dude, you want to know something, bro? The same people you're telling me that don't want that are the ones that are looking up to other people. So that is a lie.
I don't know. That person that I'm talking about, he don't look up to nobody.
Look, this is what I'm telling you. Like, if you ever ask someone who they look up to, bro, like celebrity wise, or who they want to be like. A lot of them say celebrities. A lot of them, they say someone who of higher status, right? But that's because they want to be them, right? Mm-hmm. It's like Joyner Lucas or Logic wanting, they talk about Eminem a lot, So at the end of the day, they wanted to be like him,
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't say that?
If we're talking about majority,
the majority want to be a millionaire because a lot of
people won't commit to the work.
Yeah, and a lot of people are going to fail in the process. Not everyone has a chance of becoming a millionaire. And you know that.
No. I believe everybody has a chance.
So you believe everybody can become a millionaire?
I believe everybody can.
But actually, that's a lie because if not, we would have already done it. It's not as easy as you think.
No, of course not.
If not, we would have all of us would have been millionaires.
I never said it was going to be an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. But I believe everybody can do it. It's just you need to put in the work. But what do many people not do?
Well, I feel like everything is connected, right? So, like I told you, when there's a pro and there's a con to everything. So I feel like the majority, you either gotta make something or do something to get that millionaire, right? No, like not everybody is Bill Gates, not everybody is Bezos, not everyone is Elon Musk, not everyone got what they got, you know?
Right. But $1 million is not a hard number to get to.
So like at the end of the day, like yeah, it's not hard.
You can save that money.
Yeah, but not long term. So you telling me you getting a regular job? You telling me you're gonna save like $1 million?
Define a regular job to yourself.
What's the average job?
See, now you're saying average job, but when I say what men should be doing, remember I told you they got.
But remember, most millionaires when they want to become a millionaire, most of them fail, bro. Like most people going into a business, they fail. Why do you think most businesses they tell you in the first 5 years you're more likely to fail?
That's your starting point. That's your learning point. That's your learning curve.
Yes, and so, but some people don't want to wait that long. So you want to know what happens? They fail, and most of the people give up after that. Some people don't have the patience to wait.
Right now, you said give up, but you know the people that don't give up, even if they're consistent, just if they're consistent.
But what do you think is the majority?
The majority give up. But again, that's where I'm telling you.
That's why I'm telling you. You say everyone can. I don't feel like
no.
Everyone
I said everybody can. Right. I'm not saying they can't. I said everybody can. Right. So can is a word of an option. Right. Yes. As in they can do it, but are they?
But at the same time, you got to realize there's a limited supply of money too, because we're not up to asking inflation either. You know, there's always a limit of how many dollars are out there.
But see, that's the thing. Like, if you're saying there's a limited amount, if this one man, Elon Musk, is under billions of dollars,
yes, that means he got most of the money,
right? But there's other billionaires as well. So that it still means there's a large amount. How many millions take to get into a billion?
Yes, I know, but
no.
Like what was it 100 or what? 1,000? Something like that? I forgot. Not like 1,000, I think, yeah.
How many millions go into
a billion?
Yeah.
1,000? Yeah, 1,000.
So how many people are there on Earth?
Yes, but at the same time, they're not going to spread their wealth to everybody in the fucking world.
No, I never said that anybody's going to spread their wealth. I said that everybody has to work their ass off in order to get it.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, like, at the end of the day, you think they're going to give up their billions of dollars to give $1 million to everybody? They won't.
I never said that.
So what I'm telling you is like, it's like one person, right? Not everyone's going to become that. You know, at the end of the day, you're more likely to fail than to become a millionaire. Is it like, what do you think is more probable? You fail until you make your business, or you getting $1 million?
Look, anybody who makes money has always failed, and they need to fail in order to keep going. If they give up, that's the problem.
Yes, but I'm saying, like, if you think about it, like, what is more probable, right?
Like I said, I still believe everybody can make.
Yes, that's your belief, but what's facts?
Right? No, it is facts. Everybody can make $1 million, but the question is, so are you going to put the work in to make that $1 million?
So everybody can be a millionaire.
Everybody can be a millionaire.
So.
But let's think of like the actual truth, right?
The actual truth.
Everybody can become a millionaire. That's a statement, right? It's that the belief that everybody can become.
But you're saying that.
But will it actually happen?
Is that belief or is it a fact?
It's going to be a fact.
Like right now, what you're saying is a belief.
No. What I just said is a fact. Everybody can become a millionaire. It's that everybody can, right? But the question is, are they going to do it to do it? No, they're not.
Not everybody can, bro.
It's not that they can't or can't. It's they can, but they don't want to put in the work. Everybody can put in the work.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, what's more probable for you to fail or for you to make?
Everybody does fail, even in business.
Yes, but at the end of the day, like they say, like it's like telling me this, right? Let's just say we're all on a journey to make $1 billion, right? What's the probability of most people getting to that $1 billion? If everyone in the world,
that's harder.
Let me tell you this. No, even $1 million. So let's say everyone started making a business. I make a business. You make a business. Your wife makes a business. Everybody in the world makes a business, right? What percentage of people are going to fail? If everybody, 100% of the population, how many people? What percentage would fail?
Everybody would still fail.
I think like about 70% would fail. The other 30%.
It's like ask yourself, like how does the Dubai live?
But that's different because that's a country made for millionaires, bro. It's different. It's different.
But you're saying, how does Dubai live?
But here's the thing, what I'm telling you. What is more probable? Let's just say 100% of the population, right, makes a business. What is more probable for them to fail or for them to make $1 million?
Remember, back in the day,
But that's my question.
everybody had a business at one point.
But we're talking right now. Though. What's more probable? What percentage of those 100% do you think would fail?
Well, everybody's gonna fail.
What percentage? No,
Business, we all fail.
not all of us.
No, we all fail.
Yes, there are failing points, but what I'm saying to you,
You said that there was no failure. I'm saying there is failure.
no, I'm saying there is failure, but I'm saying if I'm asking you the certain question, but I want you to answer it clearly. If you have 100% of the people, everybody makes a business. Everybody, like I'm talking about everybody in the world. Not like in the US, let's just say in the US. Everybody in the US makes a business, right? And let's just say, what is most likely to happen? What percentage of the population would make it good?
3%.
So what percentage would hit $1 million?
3%.
So if you think about it, they're more likely to fail their objective instead of getting, because 3% is very little. So the failing rate is fucking up the ass.
Of course.
So at the end of the day, you're telling me that it's like everyone in the world could become a millionaire. That's a lie. If you're saying 3%.
I didn't say it. So when I said everybody can be a millionaire, right? I said everybody can be, right? So you can make $1 million. But in reality, right, what happens? People are not going to put in the work to do it. So yes, you can become a millionaire, right? But are you going to put the work in? No. So the most of the population will not put in the work.
So that's what
I'm
I'm
saying. You can become a millionaire.
That's what I'm telling you. Yes, you can.
But on your
I'm just saying the failing rate is high.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you the failing rate. I'm claiming you in general. We're talking in general. Everybody cannot become a millionaire. Everybody. Like I'm talking about 100%. Like the 300 million people that live in the U.S. Can all of them become a millionaire? Can all of them have $1 million in their?
It's not gonna happen.
Okay. Yes, that's what I'm
So I'm
talking
saying
about.
the reality. You see, we're going off different questions.
That's why I'm saying you're saying everyone though.
I said everybody can become a millionaire.
Then say a portion.
No, I'm not saying a portion. I said everybody can, right? Because it's the word. Everybody can, right?
That's just a belief though.
No. You hear the statement. Everybody can. It is a belief, right? But it's also facts, right? Everybody can become a millionaire. But you're not everybody's going to become a millionaire. That's facts, right? Why can't they become a millionaire? Because they're not willing to put in the work. Most people will never put in the work. So I did not claim that everybody will turn into a millionaire. That's different. That's what
I'm saying.
Right? But I didn't say that. I said everybody can become a millionaire.
Everybody can try to become a millionaire, but not everyone's going to be a millionaire.
Right, and if you don't succeed, right, it's either if you fail and give up, that's what you do.
Because at the end of the day, if we all made business in the world, I was more talking about, you were talking about it in a different perspective. You're talking belief while I'm talking facts. Like at the end of the day, do you think everybody in the U.S. can become a millionaire?
Could become? I didn't say everybody can. I said, when I said my statement, I said everybody can become a millionaire, but I didn't say the portion of the population, right? Or how much.
Well, everybody is everybody.
See, this is where you're getting confused.
Everybody is 100%.
Listen to the words, okay? Listen clearly. I said everybody can become a millionaire, right? But will it happen?
You just said everybody can become a billionaire, but will it happen?
Yeah, so basically it's me saying, can anybody become a millionaire?
Everybody in the U.S. No.
Can anybody?
At the end of the day, you're always gonna have your lower class, your middle class, and your higher class.
No. We hear this again. Can anybody become a millionaire?
Can anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody could.
Can anyone become a millionaire?
You said everyone, not anybody.
Right. Can anyone become a millionaire?
Anyone could become a millionaire.
My point.
You said everyone.
So everybody can become a millionaire, right? But it's not going to be 100% of the population that's going to become.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. I'm saying like not everybody, like each individual person will have $1 million in their bank account. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Not every person. You said I believe everyone can.
No, I believe everybody can.
I don't believe that.
Yep. At least 1 million.
Each person in the world.
Each person.
Talking about you, everyone, like
everybody can save up.
Because at the end of the day, there's always going to be someone more successful for you, and there's always going to be a lower class, middle class, and
yeah, of course. But I'm not saying what I just told you. everybody can become it, right?
At the same time. That's what I'm saying.
At the same time.
I'm saying at the same time.
See, that's where we're completely off.
Yes, that's what
I'm saying is factual. I'm saying it's facts. So you're saying it is facts because not everybody can become a millionaire.
Yes.
Not every
I'm saying at the same time. I'm saying at the same time.
Exactly. It won't happen. But I'm saying anybody in the population
okay,
can become a millionaire.
That's where I was getting to. You know, if everyone I'm saying at the same time, everybody could be a millionaire.
No.
At the end of the day, we're always going to have a lower class, middle class, and higher.
It's like, if you think about it, if Elon Musk went ahead and said, gave charity, right? Gave every single person, he could only give 1,000 people $1 million.
Yep.
For 1 billion, right?
Yeah.
Right? So only 1,000 people would be out of a something million,
300 million
people in the population. There's no way that, we would get to that.
It's because what I was saying is like, that's why where my statement is true. You're saying, I'm saying everyone at the same time cannot become a millionaire at the same time.
I never said anything about all of them at the same time.
That's what I was trying to get to, because you said everyone can become a millionaire.
No, I said everybody can become a millionaire.
But that's an opinion, it's not a fact.
No, it's facts. It's saying that everybody can, but will they do it?
But I'm saying at the same time, because if you're talking about everybody, it's everybody.
It's
100%.
everybody, anybody, same thing. Right? Can anybody? Yes, anybody can become.
Anybody can become, but can everybody? Not everybody.
Like I said, it's possible.
Because they're always going to have lower.
Even my wife is looking at you like, what the fuck are you saying, bro?
Yes, it's because you don't understand.
No, I understand.
Because I feel like you're saying that anybody can, but some people don't even have the same mentality as others.
Like, see, that's exactly what I went to. Right? I said everybody can, meaning you just changed it up and said now the mentality, right? So I didn't say that. I said everybody can, but they have to put in the work. But what does most of the population not want to do?
No, but what I was saying to you was, well, you have to understand what I'm trying to figure out. Can everybody at the same time become a millionaire?
No one's going to become a millionaire at the same time.
Because you would be delusional to think that they're not going to be someone who has more money than you when you're like let's just say if you have just $1 million, right? So you're telling me there's not going to be an even higher class than you, like $1 billion?
I never said that. Now you're saying.
But you're saying that everyone can become a millionaire together at the same time. Earlier.
No.
Because you said your statement was everybody can become a millionaire.
Can become a millionaire, right? Can become a millionaire, right? The word is can.
So are you talking about becoming? Like
anybody can become a millionaire, right? Yes. Everybody, in the sense of everybody in the population, can become a millionaire. Doesn't mean at the same time, because that's not what my statement said, right? My statement was everybody can become a millionaire, and it's everybody can become it, but is
what I'm talking about?
Everybody can actually be a millionaire? No.
That's what I'm trying to get to, like, because the thing is,
the fact is, yes, everybody can, but will that happen?
No, everybody can try to become a millionaire, but
it's the same thing.
Yeah,
can and try would be the same exact words.
No, because can is something that is literally done. Like if someone's like let's say
no, because when you say I can do that, right? You're not saying I did it.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing as saying try. I can try to do that. I can do that. Yes, it's both the same in comparison. It's the same thing. It's just you're listening to it and seeing it.
But at the same time, will it happen?
I just told you it's not going to happen. I said. Everybody can. That's a fact. Everybody can.
Yeah,
right? But you said at the same time, no, it won't happen. Why can't it happen?
That's what I was meaning.
That's not reality.
Because you said, because you were saying everybody can become a millionaire.
Which is a fact.
So what I'm saying is like, there's no way everybody can be a millionaire at the same time. That's what I'm trying
to say. Right. Now you're talking about whole population.
Yeah, that's all at once.
I didn't say anything like that.
But you claiming everybody means everybody.
I said everybody can become a millionaire, right?
Not everybody can, though.
Again, I just told you, everybody can. The reality is what? People won't put in the work to become that.
Yes.
Right? So,
but most people want to be that. If you look at the population, most people want to be that. If you're telling me that most men do not want to be high value, that is a cap.
I'm not saying they're not. I'm saying everybody can become a millionaire. It's just that that not everybody wants to put in the work to become a millionaire. Yeah, that's the only way it is. But if everybody did put in the work, right? In a very good world like that, you probably would have.
I'm talking about like in a perfect world,
Millionaires.
like I'm talking about like talking you know, because you were saying that everybody can be a millionaire, but I was talking about more like that's where you got confused. I was talking about you're saying everyone can become a millionaire, but I'm saying stay at the millionaire point. Can everybody be a millionaire in the whole population? That's where
No.
because you're stating a fact. Everybody can be a millionaire, right? You're saying that, but I was saying
Everybody can be a millionaire. That's a fact.
but I'm saying I don't think so. I'm not always will be a millionaire.
Remember, it's the word can, right? You just said, when I say I can do this, right? Did you actually do it?
But can is like kind of like an opinion, bro. Everybody can, like,
Right. It's an opinion, right?
it's an opinion.
That's still not a fact. But it's a statement of fact, right? Is that, can anybody in the world become a millionaire?
They can try to become a millionaire.
Exactly. But can anybody become a millionaire, right?
Yes.
So that's a fact, right? We can try to, but will we put in the work?
It's like think about it, right? If you ask a guy, right? Like if you're saying, "Are you a millionaire?" If this is this, then that's a fact. If you're saying, "Can you try to be a millionaire?" That's an opinion. Like it was more like,
Yeah, can you try? It's the same thing. So you're saying can't try. No, but see, what I'm saying is, again, everybody can be a millionaire, right? Can be, but it won't happen at the same time, right? Everybody can work up to it, right?
but what I'm trying to say is, there's always a population difference. When it comes to money, the whole population is always, like I said,
there's always going to be a difference in money.
lower, middle, and higher class.
Right. If look, this is what would happen if everybody became a millionaire. You don't know what would happen? We would still have a lower, middle, high class. Except now it'd be million at the bottom, middle would be your 50 million, billion would be.
I feel at that point inflation would just be up to ass.
It would be.
Yeah.
Right, but it may not be. Who knows? Right? Because maybe that money will only be for America. Think about it that way.
Yep, and in other places of the world. But like what I was saying is like I don't think everyone could be a millionaire at the same time. That's my statement. I don't think like at the same time. That's what I'm saying.
Like think about it. If you go to another country, right, you can be a millionaire in their money.
Yeah.
Right? If you go to the Philippines and you put $100,000.
We're talking in dollars.
No. See, now you're changing the subject. Millionaire is literally just a term.
We're just talking in U.S. though.
Right, but you can say millionaire. Millionaire is still a number, right? Millions is a number.
Well, if we're talking in dollars, because I said U.S.
You can be a millionaire in Indonesian money,
Yes.
right? And you're still a millionaire.
Not really. We're talking in U.S. though. U.S. dollars.
Right. Now you see that's changing. Now you're saying
I didn't change it. I said U.S. You can rewind it and you'll hear me say if we're only the U.S. If everyone became a millionaire.
No. But right now I'm stating that million is a
So
number.
I never changed it.
No. But I'm saying million is a number, right? So you can be a millionaire in another country of their own
Yeah,
currency.
so we weren't talking about the country.
Right.
So I was just specifically talking about the
Right. I'm still saying everybody is capable of becoming a millionaire,
Yes, correct.
right?
Yes.
That's a fact.
They're capable. No, that's not correct.
Everybody is capable of
Not
becoming a
everyone's
millionaire,
capable.
but they don't put in the work to do it.
If they're not able to put in the work, that means they're not capable.
That's the reality, Justin. But that sentence that I just said is everybody capable of becoming a millionaire? Right? Everybody has the same brain. We can all become a millionaire, right? But what is the difference between a millionaire and a regular person?
What is it?
How much work they actually put in from the start,
Yeah.
right? Because remember, what does a millionaire do? They stay consistent, right? Consistency. That's the big key, right?
Correct.
Consistency. If a normal person became consistent and kept being consistent, eventually they would become a millionaire. Eventually, right?
Yeah,
We don't even know what the time frame.
No, it doesn't mean like. Here's the thing.
It just depends on what they do.
It depends on what the person does. Not everyone can become a millionaire at the same time.
Like think about it. That guy who invented the scrub daddy.
Yeah,
the
like,
tool that we didn't even
like all I was stating, like, you're saying everyone can become a millionaire, but I'm saying like not at the same time. Like not
Of course, not everybody at the same time.
because there's always going to be a
It
lower.
would be impossible to do that.
Yeah, that's still what I was trying to tell you. It would be impossible. That's what I'll clearly.
I'm just saying that my statement is fact. It's not an opinion.
Which one?
That everybody can be a millionaire, right? You're saying you're adding time to it. I'm not adding time.
What?
I'm saying everybody can be, right? Everybody is capable of becoming a
Not
millionaire.
everyone's capable.
Right.
That's not fact.
No. I said everyone is capable, as in they can do it, right? But will they do it? No.
Not everyone is capable though. If you think about it, so it's not fact.
No, I still say everybody is capable, right? It's not an opinion. It's a fact, right? Because every single person on this planet is capable of growing.
Like that's just a positive mindset, but at the same time, not everyone's capable. If not everybody who died, they could literally. If you're telling me they're all millionaires, then I'll fucking be like, wow. But not all of them are millionaires.
I'm telling you that's if you look at the reality. So there's still facts. It just doesn't mean it's reality.
Yeah.
Right? I'm saying everybody is capable of becoming a millionaire. But the fact is,
I would say that's more of a belief than a fact.
That's still a belief. It's still a fact.
No,
right?
It's not a belief. It is a belief. It's not a fact. A belief is something you literally just
like. If you talk to any billionaire in this world, right?
Yes.
They will let you know everybody is capable, right? But no one is willing to put in the work, right? A lot of people will not put in the work.
If people are
That's
not
the
willing,
reality.
if people are not willing to put in the work, that means they're not capable.
No, it still means it's capable. Meaning that people can do it. But people can do it, but will they?
Well, if you're not putting in the work, then that means you're not capable, bro. It's literally it's like me over there, like if they're over there on their fucking Xbox, are they capable of becoming a millionaire? No.
Anybody on Xbox is
beating their meat. But what I'm saying is, if they're just there all day eating chips, fucking smoking weed, doing all this shit, like let's be for real, not everyone is capable.
You're not putting in the work to that point.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but if they change their shit up and they started doing the work,
yes,
then they become capable, right?
Well, that depends on if they have. It's a belief. I would say it's a belief, not a fact. Because a belief is something it's like an opinion, technically.
That's not an opinion.
Because a belief doesn't mean that it's true, right? Or it's a fucking fact. It doesn't state it is a fact. That's more of a belief. Because everyone cannot be a millionaire at the same time. So that would be a belief, you know? You believe that everyone is capable.
I mean, I'll leave that up to the audience to figure that out.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's a belief.
I don't believe it's a belief. That's going to be our argument here.
Yeah, it's like
I believe that's a fact. Like everybody is capable.
Okay,
Going
look it up. Is everyone capable of becoming a millionaire? It's going to say not everyone is. That's a belief.
Let's see.
But you see, it says right here it's a mindset, so that's a belief. A mindset is a belief. It's not a fact.
So when you read, this is just a core thing, but I don't really like to read it. Everybody is capable of becoming a millionaire, but not everyone is capable of having the.
Yes, that's technically you believe. You're believing.
No. Hear that sentence, because the first part is my part, right? It said everybody is capable of becoming a millionaire, but not everybody, right, is capable of doing so.
So
right?
That's a belief.
It's still that still means everybody's able to, right? It just means that people aren't willing to put in the work.
Yes, that's a belief, but
It's not belief. That's the truth. That's facts.
But it's never going to happen. 100% of the population.
I never said that everybody will become a millionaire.
Yes.
I said everybody can become, right? They can, but will it actually be?
No. Okay, that's a belief because it's not actually true. You know, it's a belief. Think about it. You just said it. Actually, you said the word.
No, you're tripping.
You true. That's a belief. If it does not play out in real time, then it's a belief, bro. Because at the end of the day, you can believe that everyone could become a millionaire, but you know, like doesn't mean everyone's gonna be there. So it's not a fact. It's a belief. If it's not happening now, I can say, oh, everyone is a millionaire. That's a fact. If it was a fact, but it's not. That's not even an opinion, bro. It's just me telling fucking lies. Like that's a belief. Not everyone can become a millionaire, and it's true. Not everyone can. Just depends on what business you go to. Remember the words depends. That's a belief. What? So, what about it?
Really?
Yeah, but what? Yeah. No, but that's different though. It's not even a fact. It's not saying that it's a fact. It's a belief. Like it's not even saying that it's a fact. It's a belief. It's like me. I can believe to become a millionaire, but will I get there? It's a belief.
Right. I'm saying
it's like you, right? You're like it's like you whenever you make a business, right? You believe you're gonna be a millionaire one day, right? Mm-hmm. You get to a point where you're believing to become a millionaire or a billionaire. It doesn't mean you are now. At the end of the day, once you are a millionaire, you can say I am a millionaire. That's a fact. If I had $1 million in my pocket right now, I can say I am a millionaire. But a belief, like I was telling you, that's a belief. Not every, but does every business hit $1 million? No. At the end of the day, that's a belief. Mm-hmm. Now you get it.
No, I don't. I still claim mine is fact.
Hey man,
because
belief
is yes. My belief is everybody can become, but it's not just my belief, right? If you look at evidence, right, it's possible for everybody to become.
If you look at evidence, if we look at evidence, there's still lower, middle, and higher class.
Oh, there's always going to be that. I never.
That's what I'm telling you. There's always gonna that's what I'm telling you. Like what I'm trying to say is what is lower class? They have they make less than 30,000-40,000, and at the end of the day, it's a belief. At the end of the day, it's still a belief. Like we can agree to disagree, but at the same time, that's a belief that everyone can become a millionaire, but it's not played out in real life. If everyone became a millionaire, the other people wouldn't have as much money.
I never said everybody will become a millionaire at the same time. I said everybody can become, as in they can.
In fact, is a statement that is true, but will it happen? Will it play out? And it's 100%.
That is a statement that's true,
and it's proven that it's a scientific fact.
Right. This is proven to be true, but people will not do it. Right.
You're saying people will not do it. That means they're not capable.
Again, you're saying. I said everybody is capable, right? That means they can. Anybody can, right? But will they do it?
Not everybody will do it.
No, it's not because you don't want to. Everybody is capable.
Not everybody will do it. That's what I'm
exactly. But not everybody will do it. It doesn't mean that they're not capable. It just means they are capable, but they just won't do it.
But what I'm saying is that's a belief. At the end of the day, it's a belief. It's not a fact. You're like at the end of the day, it's a belief. Because whenever you make a business, technically your belief is that you one day will become that. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, it's a belief. You gotta agree to disagree.
All right, we gotta go on to the next because it's time to end the podcast.
Do you want to go? What do you want to hit him with the last question or what?
Go ahead.
All right, bro. Okay. Would you say that, let's just say you have a woman, right? And she has a child. Do you think the dad is restricted? His authority is restricted?
Of course, it's not my child. I can't direct him the way that I would.
But let's just say you're paying the bills of the house and everything, she's just doing the nurturing. Would you think that you would have some type of authority?
It makes sense to have authority because you're under my roof, my things, my stuff, right? And when you're married, it's both, but still.
But at the end of the day, the child won't grow up the same because at the end of the day, like here in Georgia, it's legal to keep spanking, but sometimes the child, right? They don't grow up they grow up different.
Mm-hmm.
If the dad or even said it has a form of authority,
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What do you think? Do you think?
I mean, most people will battle out, oh, you can't hit my child. It's not about hitting. You don't have to hit. It's not anything like that. It's more so, what will I say? Most women, when they have their own child, and it's not their man's child, they have no. The point is, they say you have no right to say it, right? But then again, the decisions that are made in the household, right, are technically between two people, right? So the decision of him not putting in any input, right, is going to be just that.
Yeah, but what happens at the end of the day? The other dad comes in and is like, I don't want you to touch my child. I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do that.
Right. That's the problem, right?
Like that, at the end of the day, like they say.
Why do you think women that?
That's why most women that are pregnant struggle to find a relationship.
Exactly.
Like
not pregnant, have a child.
The ones who have a child, they struggle to find a relationship because it's really, really hard. Most people don't even recommend you get with a child like that. Like for me, I'm in kind of a different predicament. I am a stepdad. But
it is what it is.
It is what it is. But the thing is, the children don't know their dad, and I technically took them in when they were small, so they don't even know their dad. So at the end of the day, when they come over here, I don't have to worry about another person.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end
but
of
the question is, do you have authority?
Hey,
just because you are the new man in the household doesn't mean you have authority.
Well, that depends on the woman. Like my girl, she already told me that since I'm gonna be paying everything, doing everything, then I'm gonna have more authority than because either way the children don't have their fathers. Mm-hmm. So we already talked about it.
Right. So that's a win-win.
Yeah, that's a win-win. Like at the end of the day, I'm gonna have the authority if I need to.
Someone got to put the foot down. If no one puts the foot down, they can't become men.
Like one time I saw the video, right? I'm gonna probably have it up next time. I saw this one little baby dog barking, right? I don't know if I sent it to you. Like it was a puppy, right? The puppy started barking, started making some sounds, and the mom was there trying to calm it down calmly. Guess what happened? The dad steps in. Guess what he did? Hit him with the
boat.
Hit him with the roof.
Oh,
and he just fucking stayed down. He shut up.
Yeah.
The kid started to stop, making noises. Started doing like the puppy started stop making noises. Stop doing all of that.
It's like Tate said. He's like, no, I won't give my kid a fucking tablet just for them to calm down. I'll let them fucking cry. And once they start crying and they start realizing, oh shit, crying doesn't get me nowhere. That's the actual way to treat them. Oh yeah, welcome back, Tate.
Yeah, then like I feel like there is a difference in authority though. But I already talked to my wife about it, so I'm clean about it. But in other people's dad positions, if I was like if I had those problems where I had to deal with baby daddy and all that, I would be like, no,
Yeah.
But if now that it's like not like that, I'm good, because the dads don't even know the babies. Like the reason they don't know because they don't want nothing to do with it. They don't want to pay. They don't want to, But I'm there.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's a different situation for me, But I feel like for other regular people out there that are going out with baby moms who have baby fathers and stuff like that, and going out with other men, it's more like
you don't have a shoulder.
Just be careful, guys. Most men wouldn't recommend. Like most men wouldn't recommend you going out with a girl who has a child.
I know men have the dream to fuck a MILF.
Do
Just know that in your head, that's just recreational use.
Yeah, recreational use. That's it. Hit it and dip. At the end of the day,
that's what most guys are going to do.
Most guys, most guys, that's what they do.
Yep.
They're like
Statistically,
most men, like they don't wife up those girls. They just fuck them and dip.
Yep. Hitting quick. And this is why they struggle to find relationships. Usually, though, they can find relationships if the man has a kid.
Yeah, that's the only way. But at the end of the day, it is kind of easier for a man.
But even that man will still not want a woman that already has a child.
Yeah, even that man wouldn't, because at the end of the day, like that child could be with the other mother. So at the end of the day, it's like. But yeah, guys,
it is what it is.
We're done having this podcast for today, guys. We're gonna have our outro going out right here. We're about to See you guys later. Next time we're gonna have something more interesting. It's our first day back from that long ass fucking period that we weren't on here, but you know, we're hoping to do better. Do we have any chats? No chats? Alright, we're just making sure. Alright guys, we'll see you next time on Wicked Podcast.
See you next time on the Wicked Podcast.
And